Let me tell you something right now. Success is not an accident. Wealth is not luck. Greatness is not reserved for a chosen few. It is built brick by brick, thought by thought, decision by decision. You don't win massive by thinking small, and you don't think big by living small in your mind. Everything begins upstairs. If your vision is limited, your life will be limited. If your dreams are cautious, your results will be comfortable. But if you dare to think beyond your current condition, beyond your bank account, beyond your environment, beyond your past mistakes, you activate something powerful. You activate possibility. Think big, not average big, not just enough big. I'm talking about the kind of vision that scares you, the kind of goal that stretches you, the kind of future that demands you become someone greater than you are today. But here's the secret. You don't start big, you start small. Millionaires don't begin with millions. They begin with discipline, with habits, with uncomfortable mornings and focused nights. They begin with a single decision to move differently, a small investment, a small sacrifice, but done daily. See, the world celebrates the spotlight, but it ignores the preparation. It applauds the victory, but it overlooks the grind. Massive wins are built on microscopic disciplines repeated consistently. That's the blueprint. Your vision determines your level long before your bank account does. The size of your thinking sets the boundaries of your reality. If you see yourself surviving, you will make decisions that maintain survival. If you see yourself leading, building, and expanding, your actions begin to reflect that identity. Vision is not fantasy, it is direction. It gives your effort a target. Without a clear and bold vision, energy is scattered and progress becomes accidental. When you raise your mental standards, you raise your expectations, and when your expectations rise, your behavior begins to align with something greater. Most people limit themselves not because of lack of ability, but because of limited imagination. They shrink their goals to fit their current circumstances. They adjust their dreams to match their fears. But your environment should never define your ceiling. Vision requires courage. It demands that you see beyond your present conditions and believe in expansion before evidence appears. When your vision is bold, you begin to think strategically. You start asking better questions. You look for opportunities instead of excuses. A powerful vision shifts your focus from what is to what can become. A small vision produces small effort. When the goal is average, the work will be average. But when the vision is massive, your standards increase. You refuse to settle for mediocrity because it no longer aligns with the future you see. Vision fuels discipline. It reminds you why sacrifice is necessary. It keeps you steady when progress feels slow. Without vision, obstacles look overwhelming. With vision, obstacles look temporary. The size of your thinking influences how you interpret difficulty. A person with a large vision sees challenges as part of the process, not as reasons to retreat. Clarity strengthens vision. A vague dream produces vague results. When you define what success looks like in detail, your mind begins to search for ways to achieve it. Clear vision sharpens focus and eliminates unnecessary distraction. It helps you prioritize what matters and ignore what does not. You begin to measure decisions against your future goals. Every action is evaluated based on whether it moves you forward or holds you back. Vision becomes a filter that protects your time and energy from being wasted on activities that do not contribute to growth. Belief and vision are closely connected. If you do not believe your vision is possible, your commitment will weaken. You must train your mind to accept expansion as normal. This requires constant reinforcement through learning, exposure, and self-discipline. The more you expose yourself to higher standards and successful examples, the more your mind expands. Vision grows stronger when supported by preparation. As your skills improve, your confidence increases. That confidence strengthens your ability to pursue larger goals. Over time, belief transforms vision from distant hope into actionable direction. Your circle also influences the size of your vision. If you are surrounded by people who think small, it becomes easy to adopt their limitations. Conversations shape perception. Expectations influence ambition. When you engage with individuals who challenge you to elevate your thinking, your standards rise naturally. You begin to see possibilities that once felt unrealistic. Vision thrives in environments that encourage growth. Protecting your mindset sometimes requires distancing yourself from negativity. A powerful vision needs reinforcement, not ridicule. The voices you listen to will either expand your thinking or confine it. Fear often attempts to reduce vision. It whispers that aiming high invites failure. It suggests that staying comfortable is safer. But safety rarely produces greatness. Expanding your vision requires accepting risk and uncertainty. Growth demands that you operate beyond familiarity. Fear does not disappear, but it loses authority when your vision is strong. When your future matters more than your comfort, courage becomes easier. Each step forward reinforces confidence. As you take action aligned with your vision, doubt weakens and clarity strengthens through experience and persistent movement. Your level in life will always reflect the level of your thinking. Income, influence, impact, and opportunity are shaped by the boundaries you accept mentally. When you upgrade your vision, you upgrade your identity. You stop acting like someone limited by circumstances and start operating like someone building a legacy. Vision transforms posture, speech, and decision-making. It changes how you invest time and how you respond to setbacks. By consistently expanding your thinking and refusing to shrink your dreams, you elevate the standard of your entire life trajectory. Small steps are often underestimated because they appear insignificant in isolation. A single disciplined action does not seem powerful, yet repeated daily it becomes transformative. Success at a massive level rarely begins with dramatic gestures. It starts with manageable commitments executed consistently. When you focus on small improvements, you remove overwhelm and build momentum. Progress becomes practical rather than intimidating. Each completed task strengthens confidence and reinforces identity. Over time, those small wins accumulate. What once felt minor becomes meaningful. The power lies not in the size of the step, but in the consistency behind it. Massive success is the result of compound effort. Just as money grows through compound interest, habits grow through repetition. One extra hour of learning each day. May seem small, but over years it separates experts from amateurs. A slight improvement in discipline each morning creates noticeable growth over months. The principle is simple yet powerful. Small actions multiplied by time produce extraordinary outcomes. Many people abandon progress because results are not immediate. They underestimate the invisible growth occurring beneath the surface. Consistency works quietly before it works publicly, strengthening foundations long before recognition appears. Starting small eliminates excuses. When a goal feels overwhelming, procrastination becomes attractive. Breaking that goal into smaller tasks makes action possible. Instead of focusing on the entire mountain, you concentrate on the next step. This approach reduces fear and increases clarity. You no longer wait for perfect conditions because the step in front of you is manageable. Each small completion builds trust in yourself. That trust fuels motivation. Momentum grows naturally when progress is visible. Over time, those manageable efforts transform into large accomplishments that once seemed distant and unrealistic. Small daily disciplines shape identity. When you commit to consistent action, you begin to see yourself differently. You stop identifying as someone who talks about goals and start identifying as someone who executes them. Identity shift is powerful because behavior follows belief. If you believe you are disciplined, you act accordingly. Small habits reinforce that belief daily. Waking up on time, completing planned tasks, and honoring commitments may appear ordinary, yet these behaviors strengthen mental resilience. They prove that success is built through repeated responsibility rather than occasional bursts of enthusiasm. Patience becomes essential when starting small. Results may not be dramatic at first, but growth is taking place beneath the surface. Just as a seed develops roots before it breaks through the soil, your efforts are establishing stability. Many quit because they cannot see immediate transformation. They forget that sustainable success requires a strong foundation. By respecting the process and remaining committed to small improvements, you protect long-term growth. Patience ensures that when success arrives, it is durable rather than temporary, supported by skills and discipline developed gradually. Small actions also refine skill. Repetition allows for correction and improvement. Each attempt teaches something new. Over time, small refinements elevate performance significantly. Mastery is not achieved through a single effort, but through countless adjustments. By focusing on incremental growth, you allow yourself room to learn without overwhelming pressure. This steady progression builds competence. Confidence increases as skill improves. The accumulation of refined actions leads to excellence. What once required effort becomes natural. Small, consistent practice transforms complexity into capability through disciplined repetition and focused attention. Discipline in small things creates readiness for larger opportunities. When bigger responsibilities appear, you are prepared because you have already strengthened your habits. Success does not overwhelm you because you have built endurance gradually. Small daily commitments train your mind to handle pressure effectively. They establish routine and stability. Without this preparation, sudden growth can become stressful. By respecting minor tasks and completing them with excellence, you develop reliability. That reliability becomes attractive to opportunities People trust those who demonstrate consistency in small matters. Winning massive is never accidental. It is the visible result of invisible routines practiced faithfully. The applause and recognition represent only the surface of years of quiet work. Each early morning, each extra effort, each disciplined decision contributes to the final outcome. When you commit to starting small and remaining consistent, you create unstoppable momentum. The journey becomes structured rather than chaotic. Small steps guide you steadily toward ambitious goals. Through repetition, patience, and unwavering focus, manageable actions evolve into extraordinary success built on discipline. In time, motivation is powerful, but it is unreliable. It rises with excitement and disappears with discomfort. If you depend solely on motivation, your progress will fluctuate with your emotions. Discipline, however, remains steady. It operates regardless of mood. It pushes you to act when you feel tired, distracted, or uninspired. While motivation may spark the beginning of a journey, discipline sustains it. True growth requires structure, not temporary emotion. When you build systems that guide your daily actions, you reduce the need for constant inspiration and create consistent movement toward your long-term objectives. Motivation often feels strong at the start of a new goal. You feel energized, hopeful, and ready for change. But as soon as challenges appear, that emotional intensity begins to fade. Discipline takes over where excitement ends. It reminds you of your commitment even when enthusiasm weakens. Discipline is a decision repeated daily. It transforms intention into habit. Instead of waiting to feel ready, you act because you decided to act. That reliability builds momentum. Over time, the habit of disciplined behavior becomes stronger than any temporary feeling of doubt or resistance. Structure is the backbone of discipline. Without structure, distractions easily interfere with progress. A clear routine eliminates unnecessary decision-making and protects your focus. When you know exactly what needs to be done and when it must be done, you remove hesitation. Discipline thrives in predictable systems. Schedules, goals, and boundaries create stability. Stability reduces stress and increases efficiency. Instead of negotiating with yourself every day, you follow a pre-established plan. This approach saves mental energy and strengthens consistency, allowing you to direct your effort toward improvement rather than internal conflict. Discipline also builds trust within yourself. Each time you follow through on a commitment, you strengthen self-respect. When you repeatedly break promises to yourself, confidence declines. Motivation cannot repair that damage, but disciplined action can. Small, consistent follow-through rebuilds internal credibility. You begin to see yourself as dependable. That belief fuels further action. Discipline transforms your identity from someone who hopes for change into someone who creates it. Over time, this internal trust becomes a powerful source of stability, especially during moments when external validation is absent. There will be days when everything feels difficult. On those days, motivation will not rescue you. Discipline will. It reminds you that feelings are temporary, but progress is cumulative. Acting despite discomfort strengthens resilience. Each time you complete a task while unmotivated, you increase mental toughness. This endurance prepares you for larger challenges. Discipline creates emotional independence. You are no longer controlled by fluctuating energy levels. Instead, you rely on commitment and routine. That consistency separates those who achieve long-term success from those who abandon goals when excitement fades. Discipline simplifies decision-making. When your standards are clear, you spend less time debating options. You already know what aligns with your goals. This clarity reduces temptation and distraction. Motivation might encourage you to start, but discipline ensures you continue. It filters choices and protects priorities. By setting non-negotiable standards, you eliminate unnecessary compromise. Over time, disciplined decisions compound into measurable growth. Each consistent choice reinforces your direction. You move steadily forward without being derailed by every emotional impulse or external influence. Accountability strengthens discipline further. Tracking progress and evaluating performance create awareness. When you measure effort consistently, improvement becomes visible. Discipline is reinforced when results reflect commitment. Honest self-assessment prevents complacency. Instead of relying on feelings to judge success, you rely on evidence. This objective approach sharpens focus. It encourages refinement and adjustment. Through accountability, discipline becomes strategic rather than rigid. You adapt while maintaining consistency. This balance ensures sustainable progress rather than burnout driven by temporary emotional intensity. Ultimately, discipline transforms potential into performance. Many people possess talent and ambition, But without consistent execution, those qualities remain unrealized. Motivation may inspire vision, but discipline builds reality. By committing to daily structure, honoring responsibilities, and acting regardless of mood, you create predictable progress. Each disciplined action strengthens identity and expands capability. Over time, consistency produces confidence. That confidence reinforces commitment. Through steady routines and unwavering standards, you establish a pattern of achievement grounded in deliberate action, rather than emotional fluctuation. Delayed gratification is one of the most powerful disciplines behind lasting success. It is the ability to resist immediate pleasure in exchange for future rewards. In a world that promotes instant results and quick satisfaction, choosing patience sets you apart. The decision to wait, to invest, and to build gradually reflects maturity and vision. When you delay gratification, you demonstrate control over impulses. You prioritize long-term growth over temporary comfort. This mindset transforms financial decisions, career moves, and daily habits into strategic actions aligned with meaningful goals and sustained achievement. Short-term pleasure often carries long-term cost. Impulsive spending, procrastination, and avoidance may feel comfortable now, but they create setbacks later. Delayed gratification requires awareness of consequences. It encourages thoughtful evaluation before action. Instead of reacting emotionally, you respond strategically. You recognize that every choice either strengthens or weakens your future position. By sacrificing small comforts today, you create opportunities tomorrow. This principle applies beyond money. It shapes how you manage time, energy, and focus. Each disciplined decision builds a foundation that supports greater rewards in the future. Financial growth depends heavily on this principle. Wealth is rarely built through reckless spending or instant indulgence. It grows through patience, wise investment, and consistent saving. Choosing to invest rather than consume reflects forward thinking. While others chase status symbols, disciplined individuals build assets. They understand that true wealth requires time. Compound growth rewards patience. The ability to wait amplifies returns. By controlling immediate desires, you gain control over financial trajectory. This steady approach reduces stress and increases stability, ensuring progress that is sustainable rather than temporary or fragile. Delaying gratification also strengthens character. Each time you resist impulse, you enforce discipline. This repetition builds mental endurance. You become less reactive and more intentional. Over time, self-control becomes natural. This internal strength influences every area of life, whether it is maintaining health routines, completing projects, or developing skills. Patience enhances performance. Instead of seeking quick recognition, you focus on mastery. This focus produces excellence. Character built through restraint becomes reliable. It reflects confidence grounded in preparation rather than dependence on immediate approval or validation. Time management improves significantly when gratification is delayed. Rather than choosing entertainment over productivity, you complete responsibilities first. This prioritization reduces anxiety and enhances efficiency. When important tasks are handled before distractions, quality increases. The satisfaction of achievement surpasses temporary amusement. Consistently choosing progress over pleasure builds momentum. That momentum compounds into significant advancement. Each disciplined day strengthens your position. Over time, the habit of completing essential work before indulging in leisure creates balance, stability, and measurable growth across personal and professional domains. Emotional maturity is closely connected to delayed gratification. Acting on every impulse can damage relationships and opportunities. Patience allows space for reflection. It prevents unnecessary conflict and encourages thoughtful communication. By pausing before reacting, you protect long-term connections. This restraint demonstrates strength rather than weakness. It shows awareness of broader consequences. Emotional control reinforces trust and credibility. Over time, consistent maturity enhances reputation. People respect individuals who prioritize stability over impulse. This respect often leads to greater influence and opportunity within professional and personal environments. Long-term goals demand sustained patience. Major achievements rarely occur overnight. They require continuous effort and steady focus. When progress feels slow, the temptation to abandon the process increases. Delayed gratification counters that impulse. It reminds you that meaningful outcomes require time. Each disciplined step contributes to eventual success. By maintaining commitment despite delayed rewards, you cultivate resilience. This endurance distinguishes serious achievers from casual participants. The willingness to wait while continuing to work strengthens confidence and deepens appreciation for eventual accomplishments. Choosing long-term reward over immediate pleasure transforms your trajectory. It shifts your focus from temporary satisfaction to enduring success. Each time you delay gratification, you reinforce control over your future. This habit influences financial stability, professional growth, and personal development. Patience becomes a competitive advantage. While others chase quick results, you build sustainable progress. Over time, your restraint multiplies opportunities. The rewards become larger because they are supported by preparation, discipline, and intentional decision-making grounded in long-term vision rather than short-term emotion. Thinking like an investor begins with understanding that every resource you possess has value. Your time, energy, attention, and money are assets that can either generate growth or disappear without return. An investor mindset evaluates choices carefully. Instead of asking how something feels in the moment, you ask what it produces over time. This perspective shifts daily behavior. You become more intentional about commitments, purchases, and conversations. Each decision is measured against long-term benefit. When you consistently think this way, reduce waste and increase impact, aligning actions with goals that extend far beyond temporary satisfaction. Spending focuses on consumption, while investing focuses on multiplication. A spender looks for immediate enjoyment. An investor looks for future expansion. This distinction applies beyond finances. Investing in knowledge multiplies understanding. Investing in health multiplies energy. Investing in relationships multiplies opportunity. When you adopt this mindset, you prioritize activities that appreciate in value. You become selective with distractions and deliberate with effort. Over time, this pattern compounds. Growth becomes visible not because of sudden luck, but because of strategic allocation of resources guided by patience and disciplined foresight. Time is one of the most valuable investments you can make. Hours spent learning, practicing, and refining skills yield returns that exceed temporary entertainment. When you treat time casually, opportunities diminish. When you treat time strategically, progress accelerates. Investors protect their capital carefully. You must protect your hours the same way. Each focus session builds competence. Each completed task increases capacity. By investing consistent effort in meaningful work, you strengthen your foundation. That foundation supports advancement and prepares you for larger responsibilities and expanded influence. Financial intelligence is strengthened through this mindset. Rather than spending to impress others, you invest to empower yourself. Assets create stability and freedom. Impulsive purchases create temporary pleasure followed by limitation. An investor understands delayed gratification and calculated risk. Money becomes a tool rather than a symbol. You evaluate potential returns before committing resources. This approach builds resilience during uncertainty. It reduces dependence on external validation. Over time, disciplined financial behavior produces confidence rooted in preparation rather than appearance or comparison. Energy management is equally important. Where you direct emotional and mental energy determines productivity. Investing energy in constructive conversations, strategic planning, and focused execution yields growth. Spending energy on complaints, gossip, or unnecessary conflict drains potential. An investor mindset monitors emotional expenditure carefully. You choose reactions wisely. You channel frustration into improvement. By guarding your mental state, you preserve clarity. This preservation strengthens decision-making and enhances performance. Strategic energy investment ensures that your best effort is reserved for activities aligned with purpose. Relationships also benefit from investment thinking. Genuine connections require time, trust, and consistency. When you invest in meaningful relationships, you create networks of support and collaboration. These connections often produce opportunities that money alone cannot secure. Thoughtful communication and reliability strengthen bonds. An investor nurtures partnerships rather than exploiting them. This long-term approach fosters loyalty and respect. Over time, these qualities enhance influence and open doors that transactional behavior cannot access. Investing in people multiplies possibilities in both personal and professional arenas. Risk assessment becomes clearer with an investor perspective. Every opportunity carries uncertainty. A spender may act impulsively, chasing excitement. An investor evaluates potential outcomes carefully. This does not mean avoiding risk entirely. It means choosing calculated risks aligned with strategy. Preparation reduces fear. Knowledge strengthens confidence. By analyzing opportunities thoughtfully, you increase probability of success. Over time, disciplined evaluation builds experience. Experience sharpens judgment. This measured approach ensures steady growth rather than unstable leaps driven by emotion or impatience. Adopting an investor mindset transforms identity. You begin to see yourself as a builder rather than a consumer. Each action contributes to expansion. Daily choices reflect intention. Growth becomes structured instead of accidental. By consistently investing in skills, health, finances, and relationships, you create momentum. This momentum compounds into measurable progress. Strategic thinking replaces impulsive behavior. Over time, your resources increase because they have been managed wisely, reinforcing stability, confidence, and sustained advancement driven by deliberate, value-centered decisions. Consistency is the force that transforms effort into achievement. It is not dramatic or flashy, but steady and reliable. Many people start with excitement, but only a few continue when challenges appear. Consistency bridges the gap between intention and accomplishment. When you show up daily, regardless of mood or circumstance, progress becomes predictable. Small, repeated actions strengthen skill, discipline, and confidence. Over time, these incremental improvements accumulate into noticeable growth. The power lies not in occasional intensity, but an unwavering commitment to steady advancement that compounds through repetition and focused dedication. Every small improvement, even 1% better each day, creates exponential results over time. At first, the change seems invisible. Weeks pass without dramatic transformation. But beneath the surface, progress is building. Skills sharpen, habits solidify, and confidence deepens. Compounding works quietly before it works publicly. Those who remain patient eventually experience accelerated growth. The results appear sudden to observers, but they are the product of sustained effort. Consistency multiplies small gains into significant achievements, creating outcomes that reflect discipline rather than luck or temporary inspiration. Consistency eliminates reliance on motivation. When action becomes routine, you no longer debate whether to move forward. You simply follow the structure you established. This reduces emotional fluctuation and strengthens reliability. Instead of waiting to feel inspired, you execute based on commitment. Over time, this pattern builds resilience. You become dependable to yourself. That internal trust reinforces confidence. Each completed task strengthens identity as someone who follows through. The habit of steady execution creates stability, allowing growth to continue regardless of external conditions or temporary setbacks. Discipline practiced consistently builds mastery. Repetition refines technique and enhances understanding. Each attempt reveals areas for improvement. Instead of being discouraged by mistakes, you use them as feedback. This continuous adjustment sharpens performance. Over months and years, consistent practice produces expertise. What once required effort becomes natural. Excellence is rarely the result of a single breakthrough. It is the accumulation of thousands of deliberate repetitions. Consistency ensures that learning never stops. Improvement becomes ongoing rather than occasional, strengthening competence and expanding capability steadily. Momentum is another product of consistency. When you maintain forward motion, even small steps prevent stagnation. Stopping frequently makes restarting difficult. Steady progress, however minor, keeps energy flowing. Momentum builds confidence because you witness advancement regularly. This forward movement reduces doubt. You see evidence of growth, reinforcing belief in your process. Over time, sustained momentum makes larger goals feel attainable. What once seemed overwhelming becomes manageable through repeated effort. Consistency transforms ambition into structured progress that advances steadily toward measurable success. Showing up when you feel tired or discouraged develops resilience. Each time you honor your commitment despite discomfort, you expand endurance. This resilience prepares you for greater challenges. Difficult moments no longer derail you because you have trained yourself to persist. Emotional stability grows through repetition of disciplined behavior. The habit of perseverance becomes ingrained. Over time, this mental strength supports higher levels of responsibility and opportunity. Consistency ensures that pressure enhances performance rather than diminishing it. Trust from others is built through consistent behavior. Reliability earns respect. When people observe steady effort and dependable performance, credibility increases. This trust often leads to expanded roles and greater opportunities. Consistency communicates seriousness and professionalism. It signals commitment beyond temporary enthusiasm. By delivering results repeatedly, you create a reputation for excellence. That reputation compounds over time, opening doors that remain closed to those who operate unpredictably. Steady action builds influence and positions you for sustained advancement within competitive environments. Compounding effort ultimately shapes destiny. Daily disciplined actions determine long-term outcomes. Each choice contributes to trajectory. Consistency transforms scattered potential into focused growth. Through repetition, habits align with ambition. Over time, the gap between vision and reality narrows. Small actions executed faithfully produce substantial change. What begins as modest effort evolves into remarkable progress supported by patience and persistence. The cumulative effect of consistent discipline creates measurable success that reflects deliberate commitment and strategic execution sustained across time. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Write the goal, make the call, start the plan. Invest in the skill. Take the first small step toward that big vision. Stand up with intention, move with discipline. Think beyond limits, because when your vision is bold, your habits are sharp, and your mind is disciplined, massive success is not a possibility. It's a matter of time. So think big, start small, and go win massive.